Sweet girl, what you doing? Let's make some breakfast here in the topper. It's way too windy out, baby girl. We don't have anybody watching yet because we didn't even announce this. But we're gonna go ahead and just see it on here and just keep on cranking. So, we got one person watching now. Nice. This is just an impromptu, just firing up the stream. We're doing breakfast tonight inside the topper, and our breakfast this morning. And Sierra, look around, turn around. Let's come this way. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Lay down. Come here. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Lay down. Oh, I don't want her to bump the deal here. We've got the camera set up. I've got it set up with the USB deal. So I don't want to bump it. If Sierra bumps it, it may go dark. But we're gonna go ahead and cook breakfast. It's really windy here this morning. I think the winds are already up to 20 miles an hour, and so the wind chill's a lot. And I've got my Birch Benders pancakes that I'm doing, which are really good. Got the 100% maple organic syrup that we're gonna fire that up. And I also got some bacon too, but I don't know if I want to cook bacon in here because the smells and everything. But the bears are starting to, I mean, they're not hibernating yet, though, so they'll start hibernating probably around December. So we still got about a month and a half left of that. But we're gonna get some breakfast going here, and so I thought I'd just kind of cook and we could all hang out and just chat. So I just got done camping with Phil from Down to Mob, and then also Tim, who is actually a friend of mine. He's on Patreon, and we were camping over in a really nice area of Colorado that I love, that does a lot of people, and so I was showing them some new spots, some new to them spots, and Phil really liked it. And then I left there yesterday and came here to the Salida area to pick up some stuff from FedEx, but unfortunately they didn't deliver all the stuff, and so it was kind of annoying. So I have to wait until Monday for the next package to be delivered. But what I'm having delivered is the propane tank that I have. The one that I bought, it was a 5-pound propane tank, and it wasn't the right size. It was the round kind of squat ones. And the one that I need to get, let me put it up here. I'll put it up in the link. Oops, let me turn on this. It's like a tall cylinder style. Let's see, West Marine. It's in the deal here. So if anybody's going to get this brute force fab bumper like I have, this is the only type of propane tank that actually fits on it, because let me see, there it is. So all right, cool. Yeah, Kyle, I'm looking forward to showing Phil how to winter camp as well. And I was thinking about my own setup here. When I get my topper, the new topper, I'm going to put a wood stove in here. I'll put a small one. So I know of an easy way to put that into the topper, which would be great. And so I'm going to get that snow tracker stove, or snow tracker tent that I was talking about, and I want to pair that with the ultralight, backpiping stove, because I don't know if I share with y'all, there's some toboggans that you can get. So let me show you. I think it was blackriversleds.com. So if you go to blackriversleds.com and you go to their toboggans, and I'll just put up this link right here. This is what I'm going to get for the wintertime, and I'll probably just get the 5-foot or maybe the 7-foot toboggan sled, and then I'll be able to take this and put it. Did that go to the right sleds? I don't even know if that's the right sled or not. So, but there's a whole selection of sleds there, and so I can attach that to my hip on both sides. It's like these poles come off that you can attach to, and then you can go really far into the backcountry, which is what I want to do. And so Phil's gonna watch over my stove and stuff, or over my big tent and everything, and learn how to operate that while I go out with the smaller one and backpack, which would be pretty cool. So, but for those who truck camp, a lot of times when it's windy out like it is today, I'll go ahead and set up my stove inside the truck here. The only thing I recommend, well, there's two things I recommend. One is just to vent your topper here good, so open up the windows to make sure you don't get a bunch of carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide build up. And then another thing I do too is I'll take you can see underneath here, I've got the Reflectix laid down, because there's heat that comes out from underneath the bottom of the stove here. And so you don't want that to light your sleeping pad on fire, or sleeping bag on fire. So But I'm going to go ahead and get started here. So what I like to do is I like to do my coffee last, just because like I feel like I can cook everything up real quick, or cook everything up. It takes about 15-20 minutes, and then the coffee's cold. So I just go ahead and do the stuff first. So let's see here. John McCain, morning, brother. John the Carpenter from Lives Lifestyle. Question: do you carry protection on the bear spray? Oh yeah, I carry tons of different protection, but I don't go into detail online as to what I carry, because like I don't want somebody to show up with more. So it's kind of a thing that I do to keep people guessing. But I've got protection all over this truck and all over my backpacks and all over the interior of my truck, and I mean I'm set. So if somebody were to step to me in Sierra, that wouldn't be a good day for those people. So, but I hope that never happens. I don't ever want that to happen. All right. So in the truck topper here, it's pretty small. Oh, Jeffrey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. In the truck topper here, it's pretty small, but you know, if you look around, it's like I've got plenty of room in here to operate. And what I'll do is, like I said, you know, I'll just put the Reflectix down. You're good to go. Vent the area or vent your topper. That way you don't have any carbon monoxide buildup, and you'll be okay. And I've done this now. Like a lot of people have always, a lot of people have got on my case about this over the years. And I don't put out a lot in videos, but I do this all the time. I'm always cooking inside my topper. And people are saying like, you know, oh, you're going to get bears in there and all that stuff. And that's probably true in like grizzly country, but it's not true here in black bear country. Black bears are skittish. The only thing that they would do is like attack my vehicle. See how it's rocking right now? This is the wind. It's so bad out. Only thing they would do is attack my vehicle and try to get inside to get food, because black bears are so skittish. And I had that one day in Crested Butte last year where we had 6 black bears coming to camp in one day. And you just yell at them and they leave. I mean, they're like a scared little dog. It's kind of crazy. So let's see here. Let's see. Cheers, man. That's a great update about Sierra. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Camping Allen. I was real happy about Sierra. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. The vet's pretty certain that she still has some sort of disease. Like they don't know what it is yet, but it's not cancer, so that's good. So we may have to do a surgery on her bladder to get all the crystals out, because it's about half of her bladder's actually blocked with it. And so the crystals are big enough to where they're starting to poke her bladder a little bit, which really sucks. So I want to get her all squared away with that. And we did some more tests this week, and we haven't got the results back yet. But you know, we'll be getting that soon. So the vet's thinking that since her crystals are so excessive, that it's probably going to be surgery going forward. That can alleviate the symptoms. But we're going to see if we can do it with medication and diet first. So just to let you all know, if I ever camp outside in the elements, I always, if I make pancakes, I always use some tin foil, and I'll take like this dark, or this the small plate that I have, and I'll put it down like that, and then just put all the pancakes in here and keep them warm, just because they get really cold if they're outside, especially this time of year. You know, if you're making like a fat stack of pancakes, you're gonna get cold for sure. So let's see here. So Kyle, thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that. I'll let's see, $5 for pup treats. She said, all right on, man. We're gonna head into town tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna be staying in Salida. I've got a hotel room because I'll be taking my truck in on Monday to get upgraded brakes done. And so the brakes are gonna be the front brakes are gonna be redone. The rotors are gonna be shaved down and looking real good. Everything's going to get replaced on that. And then I'm also getting the spare tire on the back mounted. And then I've got the wheel good to go. I just got to take that in with me on Monday. Then I got to get some lower ball joints replaced and some other stuff done. Then hopefully, if I'm all done with everything by like midweek, I can have my truck pointed to Arizona by like Wednesday or Thursday, which would be great. I think I might do New Mexico first, though. Like go out to New Mexico for a little bit, and then hit like, there's like 3 hot springs down there that I really like, and then hit those, and then make my way over to Arizona. I'd like to go. I mean, I'd love to go back down to southern New Mexico. I just don't know if I have the time, because I want to try to get back over to South Dakota, or I want to try to get up to South Dakota and get my license. Just because that once I get my license and then all that stuff, I'll get the insurance from South Dakota. It's so much cheaper than Colorado, which is great. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see what we got for questions here. Zach, you want this torch? This torch is awesome. Just a little one that I got. I use this because this is what I use for when I, smoke marijuana. But it's also great for cooking. You can do this like creme brulee on the top. You can get all the stuff. You can use it for any sort of cooking, really. And I love it for that. So, Austin Powers Mega Blaster. That's funny. You got that dab torch. That's what it is, Beth. Yep, that's the dab torch. And then here's the little dab rig that I use. So. I use the stuff though that isn't butane derived, because the butane derived stuff, I feel like that can kind of screw with your lungs. So I just use that. So Kyle, do you think your big room 3 can accommodate 3 people well? Yeah, I think it can accommodate it. You just have to think about the sleeping arrangements. If you want to sleep on cots, 3 cots in there is pretty tight. If you sleep on the floor, then you can always, pack up your bedding during the daytime and open up the floor space. But 3 people in there wouldn't be a problem. It's big enough. It's 144 square feet on the main portion of the tent. And then if you get the vestibule, which I recommend getting the optional vestibule, that's like an additional 80 square feet. And the vestibule is it's like a good mud room. You can use that to store a bunch of gear out there and everything. And that's when it's really cold winter camp, and I'll put the vestibule up, and then I'll use that for storing my my wood out there, because you don't want to. I don't like putting wood inside my main tent, because there could be spiders and stuff inside the wood. So, all right, let's see here. What else have we got? Have we had any snow yet? Yeah, Purple Passion. We had some snow last month in September. We had a 12-inch snowstorm, and it was a lot of fun. I was camping with Baron and Elsa during that time, and we were having fun. And then it hasn't snowed since. It snowed up in the high elevations. I'm at about 9,000 feet right now, and there's no snow here, but it snowed up at like 12,000 feet last week. There was a snowstorm that came through, but nothing came down the valley. So, all right, we're gonna get our first pancake going here. I'm estimating that with how much we have here, this is probably like a 5 or 6 pancake morning. So let's get going here. All right. One thing about this gluten-free birch benders is you got to really make sure that your consistency with the water and I guess like the powder or whatever it is, you got to make sure that it's on point. Otherwise, if it's too runny, they don't fluff up enough, and if it's not hydrated enough, it's real clumpy. So, all right, let's see what else have we got here. So for Katoic car audio, what's the thoughts on a square drop trailer for family of 3? Yeah, I mean those are nice. The square drop. I mean, I'm familiar with the teardrop. I don't know about the square drop trailer, but like a square trailer is great. Teardrops are great. It all depends on how comfortable you are being in small spaces and living in small spaces. Because this is like 30 square feet that I live in. And I'm in this. I'd say probably 7 to 8 months out of the year. And so, I mean, it gets tight. It's definitely, you learn how to operate in small spaces. You bang your head around a bunch initially when you first start camping this way, because you bang your elbows on everything and all that stuff just because it's tight. But after a while, you get used to it, and then it becomes easy. And then I get into big spaces now, and I'm like, man, I got so much space to operate. So it's taught me how to be operate effectively in small spaces, which I like. Because I'm not going to truck camp forever, and eventually I'll get into a house, but it's going to be super tiny. There's no reason to have a large house. But everything else is going good here. I mean, I've been having fun. Last week with Phil was great. We had fun. We did a bunch of live streams and stuff like that. He did more videos than I did. I kind of wasn't in the mood for videos. I had just done so much at that point, and then I was tired from just my own struggles this summer, the health struggles, and the same with Sierra. And so I didn't do really any videos last week. I didn't film hardly anything. But I did get Phil. We did a bunch of cool driving around Swatch County, and we'd go on these dirt roads, and it was so much fun. He'd be in one lane, I'd be in the other, and we'd film each other driving, going back and forth. So I got some pretty good footage of him cruising around his Gladiator. And that truck is insane. I mean, you talk about a capable rig, man. His Gladiator is definitely cool. So I'm excited to see what it looks like once he gets the camper on there. And he should be hearing from the guy this week if when that camper is going to be done. They're shooting for like mid-October, but here it is, mid-October, and I don't think it's done yet. So, but he's stoked for that. So let's see what else have we got here. Oh, Happy Trails. Sorry, man. I haven't been checking Instagram. I'll check Instagram and check that out. I'm real bad with those messages. I'll shoot you my my email, happy. And then also, I don't know if you have my Skype number. If you don't, we'll trade information. So I'll get on Instagram and check that out. Yeah, I don't check messages on hardly anything, so I apologize about that, man. So I'll look into those messages and get right back to you. Let's see here. It'll be only for a week when we camp at the lake during the summer. Oh yeah, you'd be fine, car audio. You'd be set. You need a mixer like Elsa has for pancakes. Yeah, that'd be nice to have a little mixer. All right, let's see what else we got. Over Aspen, very nice place. I just finished a 4-bus hike. Okay, cool. Haven't seen your Buckethead shirt as of late. Yeah, Zach. Unfortunately, the Buckethead shirt, I had to retire that thing. I ripped a big hole in the front, so I'm thinking about getting a new one. Well, I know I'm going to get a new one. I just need to order them up, and I've been finding some cool ones online. So it's just that, you know, it sucks when you finally have to retire a shirt like that, because it had so much use and it was so comfortable. I just loved it. All right, let's see what else we got. I haven't seen Buckethead. Brad, you've ordered your cap. Oh, cool, man. That's good. Chocolate chips are really good in pancakes. Yeah, definitely. Chocolate chip pancakes are great. For John, where do we donate? Well, I do Patreon, and then I've also got a PayPal that I can put up in the link. So let me take care of this here real quick, and then I can do that. If you also want to do a super chat, I think you can do that through YouTube. I'm not sure how that really works, so I've never really done a super chat on another one. So cool, happy. Thanks for letting me know, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check that here after the live stream. So, and then if you're going to be back out in Colorado, you know, let me know. I'm going to be leaving here probably next week. I got to go to Arizona for a little bit, and then or New Mexico, and then run over Arizona. And I might be close to where you're at. So if you're around, we can connect. And then after that, I'm coming back here to start winter camping. And so I'm gonna show Phil the ropes with the big tent and with the wood stove, and then I'm gonna get my own little small tent this year. It's like a backpack with. It'll be great. So Jericho, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Give me up and talk about things. CK, okay, yeah, that's cool, man. Just hit me up. Let me know when you want to chat. See, where are you staying, AZ Mongolian Rim? Oh yeah, CK. I am. I don't know where I'm gonna be. I've got, my friend has a ranch over kind of about 40 miles away from Seligman, and so I'm going to be over in that area, and then I'll probably be up in Flagstaff. I know I've got some friends up in Flagstaff that I want to see, and then I want to make it over to like Pine and Strawberry and go hit the Mogollon Rim again, but I'm not sure as far as you know what my schedule looks like. It kind of depends on just how much time I have. I'd love to go down and go to like Verde Hot Springs again, down by you know, south of Sedona, but I think it also too depends on the weather. It's still, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch when it comes to being hot, and so if it's like 80 degrees, I get warm. So I'm waiting for it to get down to 70s out there. So, all right, we got another pancake coming up. Just get it going here. But Sierra's been doing real good. We got her on antibiotics just to help her with the infection that she has in her bladder, and she's responding well to it. It's not 100% clear as far as she still has blood in her urine and everything, but it's not nearly as much as it was. So I'm thinking that with the crystals poking her, that's probably what's doing it. And then she probably had a little bit of infection from that, and hopefully that's been taken care of now. She seems like she's in better spirits. And John, thank you very much, man. I want to say thanks for the $5. So a light love, what kind of backpack winter tent am I going to get? I'm going to get a snow trucker, and I'm going to get the smallest snow trucker they have. That way I can be as lightweight as possible. And then I'm going to go with just like a small Kaneko stove, one of those ultralight ones. And then altogether, my whole winter package, my whole winter tent setup will be less than 20 pounds. And so, or it'll be around 20 pounds. It'll be up to 25. And so that'll be nice, because right now my current winter setup is over 100 pounds. And so, you know, you can't really, you can just set that up in one spot, and then just, it takes all day to move it, and it's kind of a pain in the rear. So, and Dan Serena, you know, I have never gone to the Grand Canyon. That's one thing I don't know why I've never done that. I've got friends that know that area like the back of their hand, especially the North Rim. And for whatever reason, I just don't go. I mean, it's not that I don't want to go. I just think I just am busy doing other stuff when I'm down there. So eventually I need to go there and check it out. There's this girl I know in Flagstaff, and she knows the Grand Canyon real well, and always telling me I got to go with her to go check out all these cool places. So I need to do that for sure. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm seriously considering going off grid. Sally, yeah, I'd recommend doing it. It's awesome. I love doing it. It's great. just I would recommend doing it, like, don't do it all at once. Like, kind of get your feet wet and start experiencing what it's like to be off grid. Just because you'll notice different things during the different seasons. Like in the summertime, I don't work nearly as hard as I do in the wintertime, because in the wintertime you don't have nearly as much sunlight, so you got less solar throughout the day. So you're harvesting energy, and you got to stay on top of that and make sure that you're really on it. If you get a snowstorm for 2 or 3 days straight and your power goes down, that's not good. And so you got to have a secondary way of making your power. So I can do it here in the truck with the inverter. But then, like in the summertime, it's really easy. You get solar all day long. It's easy temperatures to operate. It's easy to store food in the summer. In the wintertime, a lot of people think it's easy to store food because it's cold out, but it's not. Your food freezes. So a lot of people will say, like, how come you don't store your food in the snow? And I'm like, well, number one, the animals don't go away when it gets cold out. They're still running around. So you still got coyotes and everything else out there, and they'll come snack your food. They're opportunistic. So they'll do that. But the main thing is your food will freeze. And so do you want to sit there and thaw out your food for hours before you can make a meal? Because I don't. That sounds like kind of pain in the rear. So, all right, number 2 pancake is done. Let's get some more here. And this wind is crazy. It's supposed to get up to like 30 miles an hour today and sustained, which is kind of a bummer because I was wanting to go do some hiking with Sierra, kind of run around a little bit. There's not that many people up here. There's just a bunch of people up here hunting, but there's not many. I mean, that's the only people that are really up here. And so it's nice because with the temperatures getting cold like this at night, not a lot of people are coming out to camp. So if you're wanting to camp in Colorado right now is a good time because there's not a lot of people around. All right, let's go back. Let's see, where's Sierra at? She's right here underneath, right here, just hanging out, right underneath the computer. All right, let's see. What else have we got? Sally, I reside in West Virginia, so half the time we off grid because we experience great parish. We consider it fun. That's cool. Yeah, Sally, I'd recommend it. It's all, I love it. It's so much fun. So let's see. My cat has been treated for crystals for over 4 years, which is Christian food. Oh, cool. That's awesome to know, Betsy. I'm hoping that's the same with Sierra. That it's just that would be like kind of an easy fix for her. I'd hate for her to go through another surgery because she had that surgery on her neck when she got attacked when we were camping out near Flagstaff a couple years ago, and it took her a while to bounce back from that. She was knocked out. I think they had her in surgery for like 3 hours repairing her neck, and when she got done with that, I mean, I think that like all the anesthesia and all that stuff just kind of jacks with them because she was pretty lethargic for a couple of days after that. I was keeping an eye on her, so I'm hoping that we can do it just with diet. So let's see what else have we got. All right, so butterfly in the sky. Well, actually, the Tacoma engine that I had, this is a rebuild. It's a Jasper rebuild, and the drivetrain, I've got 330,000 miles and everything, but I replaced the engine at 290,000 miles because the head gasket blew. Because in the 05 Tacomas, the head gasket in them, they were really they were like faulty. It was like a weakness in like cylinder 4 or something like that. And so after like 300,000 miles, I finally blew, which I was like, well, 300,000 miles is plenty of miles. That's fine with me. So the Jasper rebuild's nice. It's got a warranty on it for 3 years or 100,000 miles. Toyota doesn't actually make a engine that you can buy for the Tacoma because it doesn't ever fail. So they can make you a one-off, but it's real expensive. So they told me, they're like, yeah, just call Jasper. They're like, that's what we tell everybody to do. And so when that failed, I did that. The Jasper engine was like $4,000, like 4,500, and then install is about 2,000. Just so that people are aware of that. So, hey, what's up? Great, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. I was wondering if there's a message. Oh, just always a big smiley face. Okay, I couldn't see the smiley face. I just saw it. So cool, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what else have we got. Looks smoky in there. Are you burning pancakes? Nah, not burning pancakes. It's just got a little bit of smoke coming up from the butter that I put in the deal here. Let me get this up. All right, there we go. A little bit better. Yeah, I should probably turn down the cast iron. That's one thing about the cast iron is it definitely can get warm, and then you end up burning your pancakes, which never want to burn your pancakes. That's bad news. All right, we've got 3 in there so far. We've got this much stuff left. So I don't know if you can't really see there, but that's like 2 more. So we should have a total of 6 pancakes. And I'll probably do a couple pieces of bacon too, because I don't know if you guys dip your bacon into maple syrup, but I do, and it's awesome. So, Kevin, what's up, man? Not burrito porn. It's pancake porn and bacon porn this morning. So, but it's a good morning here. It's supposed to be a nice day. I mean, the temperature is going to be probably, I don't know, in the 50s or 60s, but it's just with the wind like this, it's crazy. And I'm kind of camping near Monarch Pass, and so the wind coming down off the pass can be really, really crazy. The winds one time here in the wintertime were clocked like 150 miles an hour, like 4 years ago when I was camping in the area. And I was getting 50-mile-an-hour winds at my camp over at Browns Creek, but luckily it wasn't the 150 that's up here. The tent that I have, so Zach, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll definitely get a new bucket. I'll get one of those dialed in soon and get that in one of the next videos coming up. But all right, let's see here. What else was I? Oh, but I was going to say Monarch Pass is crazy. So if you're ever going to winter camp in Colorado, avoid Monarch Pass in the winter because it has the most wind speeds of all the passes. And the last thing I'm going to do is get hammered with wind. That tent that I had, though, the Bighorn 3, that can handle up to 90-mile-an-hour winds. But the problem is that since it's not canvas, the wind in there is really loud. So I always try to camp in areas that are a little bit more protected from the wind, because it's great to be exposed and have all that access to solar. That way you can make sure that you're on top of your energy charging and making sure that you're not going to go dead. But sometimes being on the open like that, you just get hammered with the elements. And I was at my buddy Rick's place last winter when I started winter camping in January after I helped my mom and dad with their dog that had the ACL surgery. After that, I went and camped at my buddy's place, and I was up on this hill, and it was awesome views. But the problem was that the wind was just so intense. I think I only had one day out of 7 where the wind wasn't over like 30 miles an hour, and it was just horrible. Like every day, and I didn't sleep at all at night because you just sit there and just listen to your tent going like crazy. So I'm excited for the canvas one this year, just to see the difference in noise and tent noise during storms, because I would say throughout a 4-month window of camping in the Bighorn 3, I would say there's probably 2 weeks of sleepless nights, just because there's lots of wind in the winter, and there's, especially when a storm's coming in, if you're getting a snowstorm coming in, there's lots of wind. So, all right, let's see what we got here. So Purple Passion, what brand of hot tent would I recommend? Well, it kind of depends on what your needs are. If you want something that's easy to set up, but that's really big and that can withstand the elements, Cabela's has got a bunch of good ones. If you, let's see, am I charging here? There we go. If you want to do something lightweight to where you can roll around with it, go with like a canvas tent, like a snow trekker. The snow trekker is real nice. If you're looking for like a tarp, because you can do like a hot tent, look on like Lux Hiking Gear or Seek Outside. All of those have really great tarp, like hot tarps that you can use. A lot of people use those for hunting. Like if you're going to go bow hunting in the backcountry, you would take like one of those tarp tents with you with a wood stove, and you'd be all set when you're back there. So going through these pancakes pretty quick. Almost done with this one. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend for tents, but also too, to kind of look into what you'll be doing. If you're going to be doing a base camp and you don't need to roll around a bunch and need to be mobile, then you could easily get away with one of the bigger tents, and you could do like a double-walled canvas tent, and those things are awesome. They're like a house back there. I mean, the canvas is such that it breathes. I mean, obviously canvas is cotton, so it breathes, and so you don't get the condensation inside that you would get with some of the other tents that have synthetic walls. And then some of them are double walled to where like when the wind hits you just don't hear the wind inside. So they're really comfortable, but they are heavy and they take a long time to set up. And a lot of them don't have floors, so you have to bring your own wood floor with you, and that's just kind of a pain to do that. So just kind of look into what you'll be doing when you're out there, and that will help you dictate what you should get. And then if you have any questions, you're always welcome to message me. What's up, girl? You just itching over here? You got some scratches? She's got a little itching going on. All right, let's get caught up on messages. Gotta go have a good day. All right, cool. Thanks for tuning in, Renee. Let's see, what else have we got? What truck do you recommend me to get to live in? Oh, Ernest, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to go 4-wheeling everywhere and have a blast, going into really remote trails, try to get a smaller truck. If you want to have a real comfortable truck that you don't worry about getting into real tight areas, then go with the big size, full size truck. And with any truck topper, I'd recommend getting a high rise topper, because I've got just the regular height topper, and like my head's hitting it right here, like boom, And so if I had the high rise topper, it'd be much easier as far as headroom and just operating. I've seen some people with like the 06 and 07 Tundras, like my buddies Leo and Tyler have. Those have a 6-inch deeper bed than the rest of the Tundras. For whatever reason, that year they made it the bed deeper, and so you can have platform bed and have all your storage underneath and be sitting up in here and be sitting fully up and have no problem with headspace if you have one of those high-rise toppers in one of those Tundras. And those Tundra beds are 6.5 feet long, and so those are pretty nice. You have a lot of room to sleep in the back. Yeah, okay, well then get an 8-foot bed. Get a long bed. Just get like a regular cab long bed truck, and man, you'll have a lot of room. You can put a sweet topper on there. So that's what I'd recommend. Go with something like that. If that's what you're going for, you want to have a lot of room, then you can go with that 8-foot bed and you'll be set. So let's see what else we got. Okay, thank you. The Kodiak Lodge is massive. Yeah, Kodiak Lodge is really massive. Kyle, you're definitely right about that. Hey, what's up, Shannon? Good morning back to you. We're making some pancakes here. So, all right, we're just getting done with the stack. We got 6 pancakes. And then I'm gonna make up some coffee. I haven't ground my coffee yet, so that's gonna be kind of loud when I grind it up. But we can do our bacon here right now too. So let me show you the fat stack of pancakes here. Boom! All right, we're gonna cover those up and keep them warm. So we got them all covered up with the tin foil here. And then I think we'll go ahead and do bacon as well. If y'all want the best bacon on the planet, this is Beeler's bacon. That's really good stuff. It's a thick cut. I know it's a thick cut bacon, and it's really tasty. It doesn't have any sugar in it, and it's hickory smoked, and so I like the ones that don't have sugar. I think that taste better. So it cooks up a little bit better. So Sierra's all sorts of attentive right now. She loves bacon. So let's go. Yeah. Sierra, why don't you moderate for me? What do you think, girl? Can you moderate? All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Then reel me in with bacon. That's funny. All right, cool. Hey, what's up, Kat? How you doing? Rocket Man. There's bacon. Hey, what's up, Dan? That's right, the bacon. All right, let's get going here. I'll quit talking and start cooking. I obviously need to sharpen that pocket knife, because that is really bad. I love all the winter camping questions, because it feels like I'm helping people, be able to get out there and winter camp, because that's one of my favorite things to do. I love going out and, especially when there's a really good snowstorm, going out and just getting in it, it's fun. And once you have the wood stove and you know how to operate it and your tent's good to go, it's not hard. I've had people message me before when I'm back there and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm always kind of a smart ass about it. I'm always like, "Yeah, I'm barely getting by. Somehow I'm surviving back here," and I'll be like baking cookies or whatever. So I know. So it's one of those things to where if you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. And if you have the right gear, you'll be in good shape. As far as staying warm back there, what I would recommend is just layer up everything. Layer up all your clothes. Get a base layer, a mid layer, and a good waterproof shell. And the same with your sleeping. Have multiple. Have like a blanket inside your sleeping bag or 2 blankets, and you'll be fine. And then if you end up doing like a sleeping bag inside of a sleeping bag, like we were talking about on one of the recent live streams, you'll be 100% set. So, all right, cool. Yeah, 5 fish. No, yeah, great. That's the truth. No bugs, no people. It's just amazing. So, all right, let's see here. What's the temp in there? Right now, it's probably, I don't know, maybe like 55, 60 in here. Outside, it's probably about I don't think it's reached 50 yet, and the winds are honking at like 30 miles an hour, so it's pretty crazy. But I need to start grinding my beans here, so let me do that real quick. I've got bulletproof coffee this morning, French cake. I need to go to Evergreen, Colorado, and go say what's up to Biovac Coffee, because Biovac Coffee, they hit me up over the summer when I was getting all my truck repairs, truck upgrades, getting all that all organized. They're like, we'd love to talk with you about our affiliate program, and like they want to. I'm going to be one of the people that is on like their team, I guess, of coffee lovers. And so I was like, yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm a huge coffee fan. So, but I've been using that. Before this, I was using Butterfly in the Sky. Thank you very much. Before I picked this up, I was using Doma. I don't know if y'all have ever used that, but Doma is Doma Roasting Company is based out of Northern Idaho, and they make really good coffee. And they've got these cool stickers that are on the front of every label. So. Sam, thank you very much. Let me see. What do you got here? So you're torn between getting the long box access cab or the double. Man, I do the long box access cab, to be honest, because the stealth cab, that way you can stealth better. Because my buddy Craig has that. He's got the long bed and then the access cab, and he stealth camped. We were talking about this. I was talking about this with Phil about how Craig stealth camped in Times Square in New York City for like a couple of days. No one knew he was there. And then he also did the same thing in Wrigleyville in Chicago during the World Series during 2016 when the Cubs were playing. And he'd like hop in his truck at night, and he'd call me and be like, man, there's some people that are fighting outside of my truck or something, or partying or whatever. And no one knew that he was in there. So I'd say go with the access cab long bed. If I do it over, that's probably what I go with. Because I don't use my back seat other than for like Sierra sitting there, and I could easily make that space for her to sit in back there in the access cab area. So, all right, let's see. Let's see. Hey, all right, what's up, Go Fish? Sally Cotto. I was thinking about one of those tiny houses. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds cool, Sally. That'd be awesome. Aaron Elliott. That's cool, man. Aaron, I hope you're doing well. How's the van going, man? I hope the van bill's going good. I'm not on Facebook anymore, so maybe if you get a chance, Aaron, go to my website and shoot me a message, and then that way we can connect on email. Just offgrid.backcountryadventures.com. So I do have a Skype number, but I just don't want to give it out to the masses. But all right, Sally Cotto, what do I think the best wood stoves are? I think if you've got a really big shelter that you need to heat up, I think the best wood stoves are from Four Dog Stoves, based out of Minnesota. That guy makes the best stoves on the planet. I've been rocking the stove, the Four Dog stove that I got from him for years, and that thing's fine. It's bulletproof. If you're going to go with a lightweight stove, I like the Knico stove, and that's spelled KNI-CO. Those are nice stoves. I used that in my awning room last year with the side room that I had here attached to my truck in the spring. So those Knico stoves work great, and I think Cabela's carries those too. So I mean, they're going to be good quality. And then as far as like a backpacking stove, I don't really know the folding type of stoves, like the backpacking stoves that are the folding types. I don't know what brand would be good for that. So Aaron, right on, man. Yes, dude, definitely shoot me an email. Let me know when you're gonna be hitting the road. So I've got tons of good areas, obviously, over the years that I've found over the years that I could hook you up with. Ernest, yeah, I could show outside. I just don't want to do it right now because the connection that I have on there, if I move it, it'll disconnect the camera. So MSR. Oh yeah, that's true. MSR has some good backpacking stuff. But Kevin, are they wood? Because I think she was asking for the wood stove. So wood and backpack stove. Check out Seek Outside or Lux tents. Yeah, those are good. I like their options. Then Seek Outside and Lux, they have like stove jacks that you can get for your tent. So if your tent's not currently a 4-season tent or doesn't have a stove jack, you can buy one from them and install it. That's what I did on the awning room. And they've got a bunch of great gear, and they don't charge much. And same with Seek Outside. It's pretty good gear for what, and especially for the price. You're not looking at a massive expenditure and stuff. So, all right, let's see here. Zach, Sam Fisher, go fast camper. Yeah, okay, let's see, Sally Ernest Littleton, they have multiple designs. I want a 4-winner and chop the top off. That sounds awesome. Me 703, that sounds great. Let's see what we got here. I want that specific of a van, but the mobility before. Yeah, I totally hear that. Shannon, yeah, I'm in Colorado right now. Got my truck going in on Monday to get some brake work done and just some other routine maintenance on the front suspension. So I'll be good. Yeah, Seek Outside, I like them a lot. They've got good stuff. Does anyone have Cash App? Yeah, I've got Cash App. I like that. That's a good one. All right, so we're getting done with the bacon here. So I'm going to put the bacon to the side. Yeah, I'm actually going to put it inside with the pancakes. And we're going to do our coffee, and then we'll be done. And then I'm going to start breakfast. Going to start eating. Then I think the plan for the day is, since the wind is going to be so gnarly, it's going to be a Netflix day. So probably fire up some more Cobra Kai. I don't know if y'all have been watching Cobra Kai, but that's probably the funniest show out there right now. It's awesome. And also it takes me back to like when I was a kid and I watched Karate Kid in the movie theaters and thought it was incredible. So that's fun. But if y'all aren't watching Cobra Kai, I'd recommend it. It's like a wholesome, show. It's not bad. The whole family can probably watch it, I would think. All right, now the last thing, I moved. I've got a different coffee maker now. I use this instead of the AeroPress, just because it's easier and the convenience of it. It just, once it's done, you put your coffee all on the top here. You fill it up with water. Put your coffee grounds in there, and then once it's done brewing, it just comes up through the little pressure thing, and you're all set. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. I'm thinking I'm gonna get caught up on stuff. Let's see, I'm converting a school bus. Oh, that's cool, Christie's. That's awesome. That sounds like a fun conversion. I thought Phil was meeting up to. Oh, Amy, yeah, I hung out with Phil for the past week, and then we just parted ways yesterday. I think he's going to go back to Arizona, and then I'm here. I'm getting ready to take my truck into the shop. So we got a hotel room for tomorrow that I need to go check into, and then going to take my truck in on Monday morning and get that all squared away. So let me get this coffee in here. Ooh, I need some more beans. Oh, there's more beans in there. I guess I didn't grind them all. Oh, that's what it was. All right, what else have we got here? Let's see. Hey, Ernest, I don't understand why you're asking for a Cash App. No, Ernest, we're going to go ahead and mute you, bud. Sorry. So sorry about that. This guy was asking for handouts, so I put him in timeout, and I just appreciate people not do that. So, all right, let's see here. So Connor has great adventures on YouTube. He has great video. National Forest. Peace map. Oh yeah. So you can those motor use maps. I get those at all the different ranger districts I go to, and so when I'll stop off in a new area, I'll always stop off by either a BLM or Forest Service Ranger District, and I'll ask them for the maps of what's available. And then I'll also just start talking to them and be like, yeah, I really like to camp. We're kind of away from everybody and just like to be by myself and practice leave no trace and all that stuff. And they usually end up telling me the cool spots to go to. So it's kind of nice. And so I'd recommend that if you're going into an area and you don't know the area at all, definitely stop by one of the ranger districts and pick up those maps. And it just helps you when you're out there, what trails are open and what aren't. Because the ones that are marked from the road, you have to think, like, since they're marked from the road, everybody can see them. And so those are the trails that are going to get slammed the most. So if you can get like off the beaten path a little bit and kind of away from things, then you'll be in better shape. Need a few more beans, and then we'll get the coffee going. What's up, sweet girl? Sierra knows we're about done with cooking here, so she's getting all attentive again. She was sleeping there for a little bit, but let's see what else have we got. Where's that Phil breakfast? Oh, Phil's on. Yeah, we were hanging out, but last night we parted ways. He's heading back to Arizona, and I am up here in near Salida, gonna get my truck worked on Monday. So let's see, where would I buy land in Colorado? That's tough. Colorado's so expensive now, and unfortunately, they are like all the land prices are just ridiculous, and all the good ones have already been bought. And so unless you have a lot of money, I think Colorado is just kind of ridiculous with their prices. But if I were to buy, I would buy. I'd want to buy on water somewhere. So probably somewhere in the Crested Butte area, um, maybe down by Silverton, Ouray, Montrose, Ridgeway. All those areas. We want to stay as far away from Denver as possible, because the traffic from Denver just comes over and just infiltrates anything that's in like 3 hours of Denver. Those mountain towns just get hammered, and so it's kind of nice to be away from them and not have that influence on the weekends, because you kind of want to have your mountain town be authentic and not have it just be an extension of a big city, which some of the places are, like Silverthorne and Dillon and Breckenridge and all those places. They're just extensions of Denver now. And like that's why I think the I-7. That's why I think people started getting off that I-70 corridor and coming into like Salida and Buena Vista area about 5 years ago, because they got sick of all the traffic up there. But now the traffic's everywhere in Colorado, and I think that's like looking forward. There's so much traffic. I just don't know if I would live here, because I know that it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And so I feel like Colorado, although it's got incredible terrain and amazing places to camp and good places to fish and all that stuff, I mean, you're looking at like a state that's probably going to be looking similar to California in the future as far as people. So this is too much. So let's see. Central City and Black Hawk too. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just, you live in Denver right now, crazy Kathy. Oh yeah. So I moved to Denver in '98, and it was pretty mellow, but man, it's crazy. It's just too much now. To Kyle Fox, I don't have a PO box. What I have is I use Your Best Address. And it's something that's up in South Dakota, to where I get the mail. It's a legit mail address. I can get packages there and everything. And it's not considered a PO box. It's actually considered like 5 inches of real estate that's mine. And with that, it's a service where I added on the digital mail service. So they run the mail through a machine that opens it up and then scans everything. And that mail is available online via email. So I look at my mail via email every day. So, John, thanks, man. Montana. Let's see. What about Montana? Let's see, check out Montana. Oh, that's cool. Check out Montana. Yeah, I'd love to check out Montana. I just want to make sure I was getting caught up on the comments there. I'd love to check out Montana. I mean, Montana sounds great. South Dakota, the Black Hills. I want to check out all that stuff. I'll be heading up there. And I got to get my license soon, so I'll probably do that after my Arizona trip, and then come back down here and start winter camping. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, what's up, Ty from North Central Kansas? Right on. Yeah, I grew up in Wichita area, well outside of Wichita area, and then went to school at K-State. And I'm pretty pleased with how Kansas State's doing in football. We had that hiccup the first game of the season, but things have been going well since. Let's see. So Blue Fly in the Sky. What I recommend installing a new car battery to be able to charge the Blue Eddy with the truck alternator. I think you can just do it fine off of your current one. I mean, as long as your truck's running. So let's see what else we got. Some of the best fishing in Shannon. Yeah, that's definitely true. Where are you going to pick up the new camper, Camping Allen? I'd go to Prescott, Arizona, because it's AT Overland that's doing it. So, all right. Hey, what's up, John? Let's see here. Great info. Give Sierra a treat. Yeah, thanks, man. What's up? That's cool with Maggie. That Maggie goes off. Right on. Hello from Newcastle, UK. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. That's cool. Yeah, fellow Kansans, we got to stick together. It's cool here in Lawrence, BJH. We used to go up there and party. My cousin owned Big 8 Catering back before the conference became the Big 12. So we used to go to Lawrence all the time and go to the Wheel and go to Fatso's and the Granada and Free State Brewery, all those places. And then my cousins would come to K-State for the football games because, we have the good football and have the good basketball. So it was fun to go back and forth like that and kind of get both experiences at both colleges, because I think Lawrence is a great town. And then Manhattan's cool too. They're just different, So. Oh, you're in Clay Center. That's cool. Yeah, I've heard of Clay Center. I had a friend of mine. Let's see, my neighbor growing up, Kevin, what was Kevin's last name? He grew up in Clay Center, but he's quite a bit older than I am. He's probably in his 60s now. Maybe a little bit older than that, maybe 70s. But his name was Kevin. I can't remember his last name, but he's from Clay Center. So yeah, I've heard of Clay Center. Oh, right out in Saudi Arabia. That's cool. Thanks for tuning in, Sultan. That's awesome. Kyle, definitely at the Outer Banks. I'd love to check out the Outer Banks. That'd be sweet. So, all right, let's see here. How's my coffee going? Oh, it's just starting to go. All right. Once this coffee's done, we're gonna log off, and I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast. So, but I just wanted to log on and let y'all know. Last week I was pretty absent from YouTube just because I did the live streams, but I haven't been uploading much lately just because I've been kind of tired and just my own stuff going on, and then Sierra stuff. Just wasn't motivated last week, but things are going better now, and I'm excited to get posting all the time again. So I'll get back to doing videos every other day like usual, and getting them up on the channel. So, all right, this is getting done here, so we're gonna log off for the day. But just wanted to say thanks to everyone, and thanks for tuning in. And let me turn this off here. Oh, it's parking here. All right, we're gonna get our breakfast. Y'all have a good day. We'll catch up with you soon. Take care. All right, let's get some breakfast.